This message goes to my cousin Philip in San Jose, CPA, Philip Levine. Philip, it's wonderful that you are so intelligent and well-educated, and that you've been a small business owner for many years, and that you've gotten to live in San Jose for many years. I think part of why you moved so far away from New York is to create distance between yourself and your father. Your father could be difficult. I know because I was left with him just a tiny bit. We went to many family gatherings, and there he was. And one thing that was challenging is you would be with him or talk to him, and midstream a conversation, he would just walk away. That is something that most people don't do. So not quite sure how to relate to that, not quite sure how to handle that or navigate that. He flew several missions over Germany in World War II as a pilot. That's really cool. He was a small business owner for 30 years in Haddam, Connecticut with a hardware store. That's really cool. And he married a woman named Connie. I don't know if it was his second or third wife, but she was from Italy, and she just was the coolest lady you could possibly imagine. Genuinely kind towards everybody, warm, gracious, affectionate, huggable. We need 100 million more Connies in the world. We need 100 million more Connies in the world. Anyhow, I think my father may have had a business deal with your father about 100 years ago at this point. I think my father helped to sell a piece of property for Uncle Jack, and my father put in time and effort. He put ads in magazines and helped take clients to the property and talked it up and referred clients to the property. And when it was time for the sale, it looks as though my Uncle Jack may have thought unto himself that a brother shouldn't need to render any kind of commission towards his brother, though my father viewed the situation differently. When I meditated carefully on the situation, as mindfully as I could on both ends, I feel like I have a strong sense of what should have happened. The answer is sort of really easy, actually. Your father, Jack, my uncle, Jack, who was the eldest of 10 brothers and sisters, which led to 100 people, that should have been the focus for many, many years. That should have been one of the biggest focuses on how cool that was. Your father had millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, it seemed. And the truth is, none of us get buried with all of that. And ultimately, children have to pull themselves up by their bootstraps. So if he had tremendous amounts of money, 'twas no skin off his back. No skin, 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 making a mountain out of a molehill. 'Twas no skin off his back to render a commission of what? 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000? It meant nothing to him. And in fact, I see the situation as render the commission delightedly, take them both out to dinner, take Leonard and Jack both out to dinner, order a fabulous meal, get a fabulous bottle of wine, and just be thankful that there was a sale. That's how I see the situation. I think the situation is really, really easy, actually. But no, dark energy, evil energy, generational curses have to continue on. There seems to be a commitment here for some reason that I don't understand. I'm trying to break them alone, completely alone, as nobody seems to know they exist or care or want to know, but seems to be tasked upon me to put it out to the universe very distinctively. If no one's willing to listen, then try to put it out to the whole entire universe, and maybe different spirits can give me hardcore guidance as to appropriately how to handle all of this. It's too much to handle alone. It seems as though, Phil, you may hold on to upsetnesses that may have happened in the family millions of years ago, and then you may have painted the viewpoint of your own offspring regarding things that happened a million years ago. Thus, we have this dark energy that just keeps continuing again and again and again, rather than healing. There's a hashtag that developed over COVID. It's called FlyMeToYou, hashtag FMTY, hashtag FMTY, hashtag FMTY. Would you please hashtag me, fly me to San Jose, put me up in a hotel for 2 to 3 nights, 3 preferably, render a plane ticket to and from, as you've made millions of dollars, and once again, none of it comes with us when we pass, and children and grandchildren, unless somebody has maybe a special needs of some kind, 'tis appropriate children and grandchildren learn how to pull themselves up by their own bootstraps. Not an inappropriate comment at all, but more an appropriate one. 'Tis no skin off your back in any way, shape, or form. You'd be welcome to come closer to where I am. You can go hiking. We can start with a breakfast, coffee, and a chance to chat for a few hours and hash out everything and anything under the sun that you would wish to talk about so that we can heal it. Go hiking, and maybe the next day we can do it again as emotional conversations between people that have lasted for emotions that have lasted for years. They usually don't get cleaned up in one moment. So to have a breakfast, maybe you go hiking, another breakfast, you go hiking, and maybe one more breakfast, or just 2, where we sit over coffee, have some breakfast at a cool restaurant, and talk for a few hours with the intention of healing everything and anything that needs to be healed. No subject is off limits in a country where we have freedom of speech. Can we please do that? And do it soon, as everybody's getting older and we all only have a limited amount of time.